you can. How much do you want to see people chat? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the ESPC. Beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding. Step in the ring and swing. Left right man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No but ping. We bring when right somebody shot fling. Ding ding. Step in the ring and swing. Left right man's head get ping. Can't try a ting. No but ping. We bring when right somebody shot fling. I came from the 7 Hills. City of Steel. Home of the village and brilliant mills. Can't take man for a pudding. Take man to Ingles. Mary have a kid on his heels. In the ring it's gritty and real. Brave art man put a kid on his shield. At daft man put a kid on his. Been bad from when I was swinging on field. Left up give him with a whiplash. Not gonna work with a sit back. Man wanna show ball over the top. Send him over the ropes like Prince Lash. Send a man through ropes like Hopkins. Go mad like Mike when he lost it. I'm trying to be the best like money. Most guys don't know about boxing. Ding ding. Step in the ring and swing left right man's head get ping.
As expected, fully packed here tonight. All the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this. First up, the Bulldozer from Mexico. They're coming up against.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. Good counter punching. There's nothing quite like a fight night at night under the stars.
These fights are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these two. This is it. This is sexy.
Beautiful counter shot. Incredible work rate. The straight right just misses. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. That punch scores. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punches are the best.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he scores with the counter. This could be the end. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too...
On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Oh, what a punch! Those counter punches have to hurt. A perfect counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Holding nothing back here in the round. Oh my! That's a game changer! A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears... Hold that thought! Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They hold that thought. And now going for the finish. Hold it right there. The referee really thinking about stopping it. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. Steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
This is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice. Corner might be thinking about stopping it.
You gotta go out there and...
On to the third. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Exchange punches, and he misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do you believe what we are seeing? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good punch. Both men step back for just a moment. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Not a lot of defense here at all. A perfect counter lands. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
You've let him back into this. You're better than this bit.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing.
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Stumbling around on Bambi legs. And down goes the artist. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out, right?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
They block the hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
There's a counter shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Solid punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice counter punch right up. Can they finish it? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Be smart when you go out there. Just
Nice work. Good round.
And there's the bell for round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They exchange punches. No rest for the weary. Swing and a miss with that left hook. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. They exchange punches. Catch and shoot. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Hey, those punches add up. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook is parried away. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Don't worry about it. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about...
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe.
There's the bell to start round 6. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Good punch. Catch and shoot. Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter shot. counterpunch caught him clean. Good counterpunching. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Do you believe what we are seeing? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot cast that.
There's the bell to start round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? And down goes the bulldozer. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
I need to...
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They exchange punches. In the build-up to this fight, hold it right there. What a nightmare scenario. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense.
Oh my goodness. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Both men promised to knock their opponent down, and they were right in that round.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood.
What is back into it? Now it's a tougher fight.
Round 8, and we're off again. We had not one, but 2 knockdowns in the previous round as both of these fighters went to the canvas.
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? The referee determines that we're good, and we will continue to fight. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter punch. Missing with the hook. Punch, counter punch. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. And the artist will be forced down. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out.
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
So time back in. Let's keep fighting. You'd like to see more jabs. The perfect counter lands. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards.